Joining us in the studio on this Monday morning is Investigator Josh Kramer with the Monmouth Police Department. Good morning.
Good morning, Vanessa.
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How was your kind of pre-4th of July holiday weekend?
It was decent. You know, the weather could have been a little bit better, but hey, we can't control that, right?
Right. Yeah, I was gone. I was down in Hot Springs, Arkansas in 114-degree heat. No rain to speak of, but kept seeing back home. We were getting nailed on Thursday and into Friday night and Saturday. 4 inches in my rain gauge when I got home yesterday.
Yep, I believe it. So, unfortunately, we just got a lot of rain here in the Monmouth area, but down south they had some pretty strong straight line winds and some tornadic activity, it sounded like. So
some power outages. I know
yes.
People were out of power for 3 and 4 days. I saw the tree on top of a house on 67 coming up from Good Hope. Crews were out working on power lines that were still down. So, golly.
Yeah.
We needed rain, but not that.
Yep. Watch what you wish for sometimes, right?
Right. I'm just glad everybody's okay, though.
Definitely. And, you know, we have a pretty good pre-alarm system here in the Warren County, Monmouth area. So, a lot of advance notice given on that. So
Good. All right, Josh, it's been a little while since we've had a chance to get together and talk to our audience about things they need to be prepared for or looking out for to help protect their identity. What's going on? What are the complaints you're getting?
You know, in the scam world, I hate to use it as that, but it's the usual, the ones that happen all the time. The big thing that's in the news, the mainstream media is the AI technology and scams that I think we need to talk about. It's not necessarily new. It's just becoming more, for lack of a better word, popular. And the mainstream news media has picked up on this a lot. We talk about AI, you know, it's a lot of the sound and voice recognition that's out there. Locally, we've had local police officers' voices being used saying that, hey, you missed court. We can take care of this on the phone right now. I just need you to go buy an Apple or Amazon gift card. That's things we don't do. No law enforcement agency is going to call and say, hey, you missed court. You missed a fine. We can take care of this on the phone right now. That's just not how anybody operates. So if you get those phone calls, go ahead and hang up. But if you do start talking to them, they are going to sound very convincing. And I promise you that it's not the case. So make sure you don't run out to Walgreens or go to your bank to get any sort of funds to provide those people, because that's just not how we do business.
And go ahead and call the police department and let them know,
yes.
Let you guys know that someone's using your voices. Been seeing this all around the state of Illinois. I'm sure it's nationwide, that, the use of an officer's voice calling someone, sometimes not even someone who's missed court or a fine, but calling and saying you need to do this or you're going to go to jail. So it's unfortunate that it's right here in our local area. Yep,
it is. And they've even branched out to family members too, saying, you know, your grandson so-and-so missed court or misses payments. He's going to be arrested or a warrant's going to be issued for him. You know, that's just not how... I know I'm reiterating myself, but how we do business. So you do get those phone calls. Be cognizant of who they say they are, the name that they use, the number that they call from. Usually most of those are spoofed calls, or I have seen where they've spammed it to the actual courthouse phone number. So, you know, disregard the phone calls. Don't go out and get any sort of funds, and call and let whatever agency that might be calling you know that, hey, I received this call, so we can let people know.
For those that may not know what this term is, AI, kind of help folks understand what this is.
Artificial intelligence. You know,
sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's been used, you know, a lot more in, I'd say, like the manufacturing type robots that do humans' work. Basically, you know, they take, you know, what we can perform and put it into robots. That's the easiest way to describe it. So whether it be our voices, like we're talking about right now, our actions, our movements, all that is part of the AI. So it's just been transferred into, unfortunately, for scams and whatnot.
Yeah, that's too bad. We're talking with Investigator Josh Kramer with the Monmouth Police Department. Okay, so AI technology using voice recognition of our local officers or members of the courthouse, those are not true. hang up the phone, do not get gift cards, and let the courthouse or just call the Monmouth non-emergency telephone number at 734-8383 and report those.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else is going on?
Well, obviously, other than the last weekend, the weather, the door-to-door salesman, never let anybody inside your house. Anything that needs to be discussed, you can discuss on your front porch. Once again, it usually goes down to them trying to get inside your house. Don't allow anybody ever inside. They're usually, the old one was vacuum scams. Unfortunately, they still use it. They want to show you how great it is while they're showing their demonstration. Usually somebody's in the back of your house ransacking through your drawers. So any type of door-to-door type sales, don't allow them inside. If it's a construction, get a card, get some sort of information from them, and let them know, hey, thank you for the information. I'll get back to you. And do a little research on who they are, because a lot of the blacktop asphalting driveway type scams that they'll have.
And you're getting the solar guys.
And the solar guys are out there. I was going to follow up to that. After they leave, always call either City Hall here in Monmouth or the police department. People like that are required to have a license to solicit in the city. So if they're legit, we'll be able to tell you, hey, they do have a soliciting license. If they were, their behavior wasn't appropriate, you need to report that to us too, so we can make sure that we can take their soliciting license away.
Okay.
So,
have you had any reports of inappropriate behavior or conversation?
not yet. Not this year, but in the past we have.
Okay.
So, like you brought up the solar, the energy people that are trying to sell, they're in town usually every now and then. They will always have a soliciting license from the city. But once again, there's no reason for them to come inside. And a lot of times they'll ask for documents, whether it be like a power bill or whatnot, that has some personal information on it. Don't ever provide that to them.
And yeah, we had the folks coming around to all the energy people trying to, and Monmouth already has an aggregate for energy. The city of Monmouth.
Correct.
Already has that. So yeah, there was some folks walking around with that as well. So, okay. Any other ones that have been reported lately?
The usual getting the messages saying, hey, there's a problem with your package. They're just wanting to confirm information with you. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest scams out there. The other one that I have seen pop up is buying the puppies online. You see a cute little picture. Usually it's on, a Facebook marketplace. They're usually somewhere on the East Coast. They'll ask you for a down payment, then they'll ask you for another payment, and then they'll be like, hey, I'm at the airport. However, there's another fee that's associated with sending this because it's got to have insurance, and you'll end up paying a lot of money, and you'll be disappointed in the end. So if you're ever looking for that cute puppy, go to the rescue here in town or wherever and adopt one that you actually see here.
Yes. That also happens with birds.
Yes, the birds as well.
Yeah, yeah. Seen and heard that one.
Yes, yes.
And the puppies. And sometimes these, so you click on it and it's actually malware as well. It's not even a real post. Of course, it's not a real post of puppies. It's a scam.
Yes.
But be very careful what you click on.
Absolutely.
And there's another one that was going around on Facebook that says, 9 people have been tagged and I can't believe this just happened to me. And they want you to click that link. Don't click it. It is a phishing scam.
Yep. And then,
or I just died in an accident. That one was going around this week as well, from that person's Facebook post. And then there's a link. Do not click it.
Correct. Or I saw the headline, you won't believe who died in an accident.
Yes.
And they're just wanting you to basically buy into their firmware, malware, whatever they might be trying to do. There's a lot of those. Once again, double check who. Another thing that's been up there is people have been getting people make fake Facebooks using their friend's profile picture. So, in Facebook, you should always keep as much of it private as you can. But when you set your profile picture, it's always public. So what they're doing is they just take your public profile picture, make another account, and then send stuff that looks like it's coming from you. That's obviously not on the up. So
yeah, it's just too bad. it's social media. Folks like it to be able to see pictures and keep up with their family and friends and all across the world or the nation. And it just seems like some of the bad has just really taken over some of the social media that makes it very frustrating.
Yep, it's just the opportunity. The technology's great. There is a lot of opportunities for bad apples. We just got to protect ourselves.
Yes. And remind people how they can check their credit scores.
Well, there's several ways that you can do it. Number one, through your local banking institution and or credit cards, they all offer some sort of assistance in checking your credit card or checking your credit information. A lot of them actually will update you monthly just by signing up. There's 3 or 4 different companies I can think of that is a way to keep track of. And not only that, but they'll keep track of any hits that go on your credit. So I've actually went out to make a purchase and I got a notification saying, hey, so-and-so has checked your credit. Is this you? Just wanting to verify that. So there's lots of different applications out there to keep checking your credit. I would encourage you to follow up with, like I said, your banking institutions, credit card companies. They have a lot of information for the consumers to monitor that.
Okay. Anything else you want citizens to be aware of this morning, Investigator Kramer?
Just be cognizant of your surroundings at all times, whether it be in person, online. Don't ever click on things that you don't know the sender. We talked obviously a little bit about that, whether it be in your email, social media. Always know, if you don't know who it is, don't open it. Have your spam settings on high, so that'll filter out a lot of that. We have the 4th of July tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a safe holiday.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate being here.
Great day.
You too.
Investigator Josh Kramer with us, Monmouth Police Department on 1330 WRAM